Boker Tov, good morning. We continue with our 3-minute daily dose of Torah. We've been asking the question, we asked the question yesterday, why is God angry at Bil'am for going after he says, Kum lechitam, get up and go with them? You can't have it both. Yes, he said no the first time. The second time he said yes, then if you say yes, you can't be angry, whether you're a human or God, that a person follows through on your yes. So the Ramban says, well, that's we're missing what the issue is here, and it's a very, very long Ramban. I have a translation in front of me. Let's see what he says. Yeah. But now the messengers have come back to you. If the men are come merely to call you, meaning they will agree to your going with them, although it is on condition that you shall not curse the people, if they're willing to do that. When God says, it means if the people understand very well that you're not going to be able to curse the people because I forbid it, you make it clear to them, then go ahead. Then rise up and go with them. And that's what God was, he says, the wish of the glorious name from the very beginning, that Bil'am should go with them after his telling them that he would not curse them and that he would conduct himself towards them entirely as God would command. That's the will of God. That would have been great. It would have been a wonderful thing to end up blessing them. Now, in this case, it says, and Bil'am, because of his overriding desire to go, says the Ramban, did not inform them of this divine message with the conditions mentioned above, and did not tell them anything at all. Look how the pasuk reads. God says, here's the deal. You got to do exactly what I say. You can only and if that's so clearly, God's saying these are your restrictions, and Bil'am had an obligation to tell them that was the restriction, but he was playing the game. He was playing them and trying seemingly to play God. Because the pasuk simply says, "Vayakam Bil'am b'boker, vayachabo shetatono, vayelachim sarei Moab." He rose in the morning and he saddled his donkey and he went with the ministers of Moab without saying anything, without telling them that he was severely constricted. And that's a sign about the evil of this man, that he's planning on trying to maneuver somewhere in here, and God's got to set him straight. That's the issue in front of him. As Ramban will put it here, therefore, they thought that God had reneged, because when he said nothing, they thought God had reneged on what he said originally, that when he was allowed to curse them, okay? And when they saw later that he did not curse them, they said that he changed his word again. Right, and they're very angry for all the misleading, and that's exactly the point. If he hadn't misled them at the beginning, they wouldn't have been angry at the end, but they probably would not have said, "Come with us," to do what in the end would be an act of blessing indeed. We'll stop here. God willing, tomorrow we'll continue with our story.